everybody, it's Brooke. I know it's been a while since I've been on, and this morning during my meditation, I was guided to get on here and make a video. So while I was meditating, I got to thinking about a reading that I did for a dear friend yesterday, and there were some things that come through that I felt was really important to share with everybody. I've had several aha moments over the last 2 months that we've been in isolation, really digging to figure out who I was, my purpose, and what I was meant to do here on Earth. And one of the biggest things that kept coming up over the last week or two was a saying: if Mama's not happy, nobody's happy. And the more I think about this saying, there's two different ways that we could really look at this. There's a codependent, low vibrational way we can look at this. And then there is living in your heart space, different way that we can look at this. So if you're living in low vibration and you're looking at it in the sense of codependency, everybody needs to make mom happy. Everybody's not going to be able to make mom happy. I mean, this is like mission impossible, right? So when you look at it from a high vibration standpoint, when mom steps into loving herself unconditionally, that's when everybody else is able to be filled, because that cup is already overflowing with them. Ironically enough, my children are my best teachers. They teach me and guide me all the time, and they don't even really realize that they themselves are messengers from God and messengers from my spirit guides. My son pointed out something to me several months ago that really made me start thinking about that saying. And he said to me, all we want is to see you happy. And when you think about that, and you start reflecting back into childhood, isn't that what we all want to see when it comes to our parents? So thinking about that and really looking at the different ways that you can really look at that one saying, it could have two different meanings. That's when things really start to change, because then you're understanding the duality, the yin and the yang of life, and finding that happy medium to create heaven on earth. I got my new shamanic medicine oracle cards, and I want to pull a couple of cards. I want to get some advice on where we are in the collective and see what it is that we have that we need to be focusing on this week to help our own healing. I absolutely love these cards. I got them this week. I have not read the book. And they're so magical. So the first one's going to be crystals. Amplification. I absolutely love my crystals. Again, during the reading that I did yesterday, that was one of the things that I brought up. What crystals are you surrounding yourself with? Throughout the last 10 years on my spiritual journey, I have been so wrapped up in trying to have everything make sense and not trusting my intuition and where I was being guided. Crystals carry a frequency that's very similar to Mother Earth, Gaia. They help with, they all have like wonderful metaphysical properties, and they help with healing certain areas of the body because of the vibration and the frequency that they carry. One of the things that I've always done, and I never really understood why, but I guess it was part of my journey of learning to understand my intuition, was to place crystals in certain areas of my house. We were talking about dreams, and for a long time, until I understood myself, my dreams were very intense and they were very scary. And I started setting amethyst on both sides of my bed and then at the foot of my bed. And the more I did research and the more I got into understanding what amethyst did and the vibration, it helps to protect against psychic attacks while you're sleeping. So this is very important for us empaths that are already sensitive to that realm anyway, to be able to have some comfort and protection while you were sleeping. I put crystals in random places all the time. Keep crystals in my pocket. I have them everywhere because they're here to protect us. They're here to heal us. They're here to raise our vibrations. The next one is going to be birds. And it's so funny that I pulled this one too, because I was reading part of my book, and it was explaining the connection to animals and how if you're struggling to see the big picture in life, to tap into the hawk so you can clearly see the big picture. If you're struggling to see things clearly, tap into the owl so your vision's going to be amplified. And what I mean when I say tap into the owl, when you do meditations, feel the energy of that animal. It's almost like becoming a shapeshifter. Feel the energy of that animal and use the energy and the natural habitat of the animal to be able to find the answers that you're searching for. Plus, one of my favorite things, and the reason why I love to do readings outside, is because nature is always speaking to us. I love hearing the birds. To me, it's like they're singing. And it's a perfect melody. The birds card also says freedom on it. Even though right now, when we tap into what's going on in the world around us, everybody feels pretty restricted in movement. And this is where the birds are going to come into play. When you meditate, you're going to be able to feel free from the restrictions that have been placed on us. My prayer is soon those restrictions are going to be lifted. The last one that I pulled, it's absolutely beautiful because it goes hand in hand with the birds. It is Vision Quest Seek. Everything that we're searching for, God has already put here for us to be able to tap into, to be able to find those answers within. I know for a long time, I searched for validation on my spiritual gifts. I doubted myself. I was terrified, literally terrified of what was going to happen. When you think about the clairs, and there's 5 clairs, clairvoyance was the one that scared me the most, and that is your third eye, being able to see things. the last 2 months, I've really been trying to understand why that scared me so much. And it scared me so much because I knew and I could feel all the darkness around me. It scared me to see it. It scared me to know it. And another big aha moment for me is we can't live in that fear of what it is. You know, we have been given all the tools to protect us and guide us and lead us. And when you give God the glory, you will be protected, you will be guided. So there's no reason to fear the dark. But I did. I mean, we all do. Also, if you look at the picture, she's sitting on a mountaintop. And the sun is rising. And to me, this is a reminder that it's always darkest before dawn. The sun is going to be shining. It will come up. We will be protected. We will be guided. And I don't know if you guys have noticed, but over the last month, the sky has been absolutely so blue and beautiful. And I wish you could see it. It's hard to see through those small spots, but I can't tell you how long it's been since I've seen the sky this blue. Like, I'm driving down the road and I have to stop and go, wow, I can clearly see the Smoky Mountains. Clearly see the Smoky Mountains leaving my house. I have lived here almost 10 years and I have never been able to see them like I do now. Because I look to see how far can I see. And wow. Like, it is really amazing to me that every once in a while I could get a glimpse, but in the last 3 weeks it has been just so clear and beautiful. I want to get some advice from my Gaia cards. What advice does Gaia have for this week? I love it when this happens. Evolution. It is earth changes, climate change, transformation. And I have definitely seen a transformation in Mother Earth, just like what I was talking about. It's just beautiful. And we have, so much of it has been hidden due to all the things in the air that we're breathing. I mean, we are breathing that. This is also a 45 card, which breaks down to a 9 of cycles completed. Sorry about that. Storage is full. Probably should have checked that before I started. So our last card was evolution. Cycles are completed. It's going to be earth changes, climate change, and transformation. And this is exactly what's happening. You know, the earth is healing as we take this Pause. Purification. 5. So let's try this one more time. Oh my word. So, whew, I had to make room for the video. Took a minute. I'm still learning. So the next card that we got after our evolution, which we're definitely going through a major evolution, cycles are being completed. Mother Earth is being restored. Yay! We have the Purification card, which is fire. Bare essentials, naked truth, and wholeness. So as we go through this evolution and go through these changes, as old paradigms start being broken down and we start changing the way we do things as a society, it's like we're starting over with a clean slate. Everything's being purified from the inside out. You know, Mother Earth is being restored. And that is a 14 card, which is 5. 5 signifies major changes. Even with it being a fire card, I still see a lot of water. I feel like we need that combination of fire for the purification, but also water to cleanse. So if you guys are having a hard time with these changes, with the energies that's going on, I would recommend starting a morning routine and let that be a cleansing ritual for you. I do it every day. If I do not have that part of my routine, I'm not set for the day. It kind of sets the tone. It cleanses me. I pray for protection, guidance, messages. Pray to be cleansed. I thank God that I woke up. That's a big one. I give thanks for all of it. To be able to wake up. To be able to have hot water. To be able to pray the way that I want to pray. And the last card is Ocean of Eternal Love. Healing, creativity, and fertility. It reminds me of the moon. Everything that's dark is being brought to light. And so much light is it's shining right now. Because we have the moon and the sun, the yin and the yang. That as we transform and as we move, our emotions from the water, our love, the purification of love and unconditional love, and what unconditional love is to you, is going to be our passion, our drive for the next part of our journey. It's also a 44 card, which is a master card, or a master number. These cards are so beautiful. So beautiful. I want to pull one more message before I get off here. I want to know what advice the angels have for this week. Achievement. Take a little time to reflect on what you have achieved to date. It is often easy to forget where you started from and how far you've come. Honor and be grateful for this extraordinary journey that is your life. Wow. I mean, it's pretty awesome. when we really think about it and look at the gifts that we have been giving, it's pretty amazing. I can remember being a little girl thinking, wow, I feel so lucky living here. And it was as if I was so connected to one of my most recent past lives that even as a child, before I learned everything that was going on, I would say to myself, wow, I'm so lucky to be living here. And, you know, maybe it could have been the fact that I was here on Earth. And that I was just in awe and amazement of how magical it really is. I mean, it truly is magical. Let's see. Do they have any more messages? Archangel Gabriel. You will soon receive some positive news. The channels for clear and honest communication are now open. Keep an open heart and speak your truth lovingly without fear. I felt like that was a personal message for me. I love Archangel Gabriel. Have recently started working with him. It is more of a feminine angel. I gotta pull one more. Mindfulness. Be mindful of another's feelings and needs. Someone needs your love right now. A loving thought is all it takes. I think that's some really good advice for today, to be mindful of everybody and their feelings. Well, thank you guys for joining me. I absolutely love the messages that come through today. I felt like it was absolutely perfect. Absolutely perfect. It's good to be back home. It's good to be back in the swing of things. And I am so thankful to be here and to be alive another day. I mean, every day I wake up and I thank God. Thank you. I'm here. I'm here. Yay. Yeah. Anyway, I hope you all have a really good weekend, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks. Bye.